I think we need a mind shift. The important thing is that people seem to have this notion that you have data, you have creativity, and there's a wall in between, which is not true at all. The nicest and most challenging way to be creative is to be creative with data.
We've always considered research to be, it's about method, it's about statistics, it's about rigor, there's no room for creativity, it's serious. And I think it has to be in a way, it needs to be as objective as we can be, but on the other hand we really need to try and spice it up a little bit. It's been a monotonous recipe, and I think we can make variations of it.
Somebody in the industry in the past came up with standardized briefings where the whole project is described into detail up to the questionnaire and analysis scheme. Let's say it is almost a report without conclusions, and you have to quote, you have to make your offer. It is narrowing our mindset on how to get the necessary information to answer this business question on a creative way. I think it kills our creativity.
Well, I think the new trend that we can learn from behavioral engineering is gamification. It's putting game layers over research for participants, consumers, make them do things that are fun. I'm not saying there's a segment of consumers that likes to fill out surveys. That's perfectly fine. But if we give tasks, if we give fun tasks that people really like doing in their daily life, that they like to report on, they like to take pictures, why don't we exploit that and see how we can get data out of it, get insights out of it, and get our thinking stimulated as managers.
I think the most important thing is when we look at making things cool again, that we should have the fun factor again. If we ask questions, there should be a fun factor inside. We should get rid of boring grids. It should be fun to participate in research, whether it's an online focus group, a blog, a full survey. People answering to questions we raise because we need to raise questions, but people answering to those questions should be passionate and should be involved and should be engaged. And I think that's the most crucial thing that we need to do to take a step further.
What I would add is the need to tell stories. Making sense of data, of research data, is what we need to learn, and I think we have a long way to go there. But we're on our way, and I think if we get the right presentation skills, the right ways to craft stories out of data, we should be all fine.
I think it's about bringing research to life is key. So not being a research expert, as a receiver of it, I think how to make it more real for the stakeholders, how to bring the insights out more clearly is really key.
If a consumer is in the boardroom, I think they will see the very practical difficulties of their products and services they are developing.
Bridge the gap between the analytical modeler and the business user. I think that is a very crucial issue in order to make the things that we're doing cool, acceptable for the business modeler, and generate added value for the company.
R&D in research companies is becoming much and much more important. And keeping up or continuing what we did in the past without thinking it over every 6 months again is dangerous.
I think it should be multidisciplinary. It should be art. It should be marketing, communication. It should be science. Science, of course, is very important because the data, they have to be correct. That's for sure. But you have to look at other disciplines also to get this valuable insight, I think, yes.
Well, we work very closely together with designers, with creative people, so that really helps a lot. Just people from with a different professional background, consultants, market researchers, marketeers. So just a good mixture in the teams really helps a lot to add creativity.
And even in small companies, this is possible, but it needs a reset of your mind frame, which is, I would say, in a certain sense, easier than reset your company.